Hi everyone, today we are working on the area model for multiplication with 2 digits by 1 digit, 3 digits by 1 digit, and 4 digits by 1 digit. Our objective today is I can use the area model to solve multiplication problem. Now I know a lot of you are familiar with the standard algorithm for multiplying. We are only going to be using the area model today. Here's a couple of different examples. 2 digits multiplied by 1 digit would look like this. 32 times 5, I would need to be able to break apart 32, also known as putting it in expanded form, into tens and ones. So I know I have 30 and 2, that makes up 32, so I'd split that apart, and then I would multiply each one separately by 5. So I know that 5 times 30, I should be able to do that in my head. That's 150. And 5 times 2, again, I should be able to do that in my head. That is 10. Adding those both together, those are both partial products. Adding them together will give me my final answer of 160. 3 digits by 1 digit. For example, 243 times 4. I'm going to break apart 243 this time into hundreds, tens, and ones. You get 200, 40, and 3, and multiply those all separately by 4 to get the partial products. 4 times 200, I know that 4 times 2 is 8, and I just need to add the 2 zeros to make it 800. 4 times 40 is 160. 4 times 3 is 12. I need to add those partial products together, and then I will get a final product of 972. If you remember back from last week, lining up the numbers correctly is really going to come into play. And finally, 4 digits by 1 digit. 3,475 times 3. I'm going to break up 3,475 into thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones, if you can see that right there. And oops, this is in the way a little bit. But I know I have to multiply each one by 3 to get all my partial products. And my final answer is going to be 10,425. So with 56 times 7, I'm going to use this strategy. Well, my 56 can be broken apart into tens and ones. I'm going to break that into 50 and 6, and I know I need to multiply each one by 7. Now, I'm going to start with 7 times 50. I should already know that 7 times 5 is 35, and then using the rule of 10, add the 0 to the end to get 50. And then 7 times 6, I should know 42. And then all I need to do is add those partial products together to get a final product, 392. Okay, let's move on to a 3 digit by 1 digit. 364, I know, can be broken up into hundreds, tens, and ones. So I know that all 3 of those need to be multiplied by 5. So if I'm breaking it apart, I know that there's 360 and 4, and each one separately needs to be multiplied by 5. So I'm going to multiply 300 times 5, get 1,500. I'm going to multiply 60 times 5, get 300. And then finally, 4 times 5 to get 20. I'm going to add all those partial products together to get a final product of 1,820. Okay? And then finally, we're going to do 4 digits by 1 digit. 2,873 times 4. I know that I can break that into thousands, hundreds, and ones. And I'm multiplying each one by 4. So I have 2,870 and 3. I'm going to multiply 2,000 times 4 to get 8,000. 800 times 4 to get 3,200. And 70 times 4 to get 280. And finally, 3 times 4 to get 12. I'm going to add all those together. Once it gets to this point, I know some of you have used different strategies where you've added two partial products at a time and then added those two final answers together. You could do that if adding four large numbers at once is too difficult. I prefer to do it that way. Whatever strategy you want, as long as you are adding all four partial products together, and you will get a final answer of 11,492. Great. So your next steps is you have a worksheet. I actually put it on your individual account, your Google Classroom. It's a Google Doc so that you are going to be able to type in the answer. You're not going to be able to show your work, but you will be able to type in your answer instead of working on a worksheet that you may have printed out or copied. And then once you are done with that, you have an exit ticket. And that's it.